So what should you do if your ex-girlfriend and you have broken up? You've tried everything to get her back and nothing has worked. The shocking truths you're about to learn in this video were obtained through consultations with over 1,200 guys who have experienced the agony of a breakup and then used counterintuitive strategies to get their ex-girlfriends back. Listen closely. If you want to get your ex-girlfriend back, you must do the things that are contrary to what you think you must do, or the opposite of what you've been taught to do. You heard right. Begging your ex-girlfriend to come back, or promising her you'll change, showering her with flowers, gifts, and love letters, or even trying persuasion tricks, sneaky tactics, and manipulative mind games don't work. Only counterintuitive strategies, things that you've never considered doing before, will grab your ex-girlfriend's attention and cause her to run back into your arms. Here are the 6 shocking truths you should know. Shocking truth number 1. Don't believe those so-called experts who claim that you can get your ex-girlfriend back within a specific period of time, like 30 days, 7 days, or even 2 days. There is no magic pill that will bring your ex-girlfriend back within a given number of days because every relationship is unique. Not one specific timeline or strategy is true for every situation. Although it is possible to get your ex-girlfriend back in 7 days or less, the majority of guys who succeed in getting their girl back do so in the second month. Some take 2 weeks or less, and some take 3 months or more, depending on how faithfully they implement the counterintuitive strategies. Shocking truth number 2. If you're feeling pain over your breakup, you may be killing your chances of getting her back. You see, when you suffer over the breakup of your relationship with your ex-girlfriend, it causes you to idealize the relationship you had with her. That is, you tend to glorify her and focus only on the positive aspects of the relationship. This is a logical reaction to rejection and loss. This then causes you to operate out of need and desperation rather than true desire. And this only pushes your ex-girlfriend farther away from you. Nothing turns a woman off more than a man who is needy and desperate. The sooner you get rid of those feelings of despair, the sooner your ex-girlfriend will instantly realize that you don't need her, you simply want her. There's a huge difference between the two, and it's a difference that she'll sense and respond to immediately. You won't understand the power of this strategy until you try it. Shocking truth number 3. A slight change in your approach will cause her to practically beg to be with you. All the relationship books, courses, and so-called experts give the following advice. Act like you're okay with her decision to leave. The problem is, they left something out that is very important. The key is not to act like you're okay, but to be okay with her decision to break up with you. That may seem like a slight change, but one that makes a tremendous difference in the response you'll get from her. If you act or pretend that everything's okay, she'll see right through it, and you will not trigger the psychological reaction you want, which is to make her want to come back to you. You also need to let your ex-girlfriend know that you're okay with her decision to break up with you, but you can't just blatantly tell her this. If you use the wrong approach to let her know you're doing just fine without her, you may cause her to want to forget about you altogether. If you take the right approach, it won't be long before she's back in your arms. Shocking truth number 4. The one thing you must never tell a girl after a breakup. Most guys make this mistake after their girlfriend breaks up with them. They tell her, "I love you and I'll always be there for you." You may think that saying these 10 words will endear you to her, but it actually creates the opposite effect. It gives her the permission to go out and do as she pleases, even date other guys, with the assurance that she can always come back to you whenever she wants. If she knows that she cannot lose you, no matter what she does, she won't be in a rush to come back to you. And if she's already dating someone else, telling her these 10 words is even worse. She'll then take the time to get to know the other guy, fully compare him to you, and only then decide who she wants to be with. That's like letting her have her cake and eat it too. Shocking truth number 5. Don't remain friends with your ex-girlfriend. Most relationship books, courses, and so-called relationship experts tell you that remaining friends with your ex-girlfriend is a good strategy for getting her back. This is misleading advice based on the wrong assumption that if you remain friends with your ex, you'll keep other guys away and you'll eventually get back together. Actually, in 95% of cases, remaining friends with a girl after she breaks up with you increases the likelihood that she'll move on to another guy. There are only 2 circumstances wherein it's okay to remain friends with your ex, and you'll discover them when you learn the counterintuitive strategies. Shocking truth number 6. The 2 tricks you must never try with your ex. These will push her away to the point of no return. What's worse than not getting your ex-girlfriend back? It's getting her back only to lose her again soon thereafter, sometimes within a few days or a few weeks. She can also end up hating you on top of it all. This is exactly what happens when you employ tricks, tactics, and manipulative mind games that so-called relationship experts teach you to do. The 2 most common of these tricks that backfire big time are 1. Deliberately ignoring your ex-girlfriend, and 2. Trying to make her jealous by dating lots of other women. This is reverse psychology at its worst. While reverse psychology does play an important role in winning your ex-girlfriend back, misusing or abusing it can destroy your chances of reuniting with your girl. And even if you do succeed in getting her back with tricks, you'll most likely lose her again before too long. Why? Because the problems that caused the breakup in the first place will still be there. Tricks won't get to the root of these problems. Only a well-crafted, properly calculated plan using counterintuitive strategies can accomplish this. Everything else is only a temporary band-aid applied on a wound that needs serious care. Remember, in order to get your ex-girlfriend back, you must do the opposite of what you think you should do. These